Have you ever watched one of those home renovation shows and thought, we could totally do that? You know the ones where they buy an ugly house on Friday, knock down a few walls over the weekend, and somehow by the next commercial break, they're living in a magazine-worthy dream home. Yeah, real life doesn't always work like that. Sometimes a fixer-upper turns into a fantastic investment. Other times it turns into a money pit that has you Googling how much does a roof cost at midnight. So if you're trying to decide between a fixer-upper and a move-in ready home, today I'm going to break down the pros, the cons, the hidden costs, and the questions you need to ask yourself before making a decision. I'm Kristen with 3 of a Kind Realty Group at Keller Williams Metro South, and I'm glad you're here. Let's start by defining what a fixer-upper actually is, because not all fixer-uppers are created equal. Some homes simply need cosmetic updates. Maybe the paint colors are outdated. Maybe the kitchen cabinets have seen better days. Maybe the flooring is old and the fixtures are screaming early 2000s. Those type of projects are usually manageable and can often be completed over time as your budget allows. But then there are homes that need major repairs. We're talking roofs, HVAC systems, plumbing, electrical work, foundation repairs, or whatever water damage issues. Those are the projects that can quickly turn a home that looks like a great deal into something much more expensive than you originally planned. One of the biggest mistakes buyers make is falling in love with the purchase price and forgetting to calculate the actual cost of ownership after repairs. The house may be cheaper up front, but if you're immediately spending tens of thousands of dollars on repairs, was it really the better deal? That's the question you need to answer. Now, with all that said, there are some very good reasons buyers are attracted to fixer-uppers. The first is affordability. In many markets, a fixer-upper may allow you to get into a neighborhood or school district that would otherwise be out of reach. The second reason is customization. When you buy a move-in ready home, you're paying for someone else's choices. Maybe you love them, maybe you don't. But with a fixer-upper, you get to create a home that reflects your style and priorities. The third reason is potential equity. If you purchase wisely and complete renovations strategically, you may be able to increase the value of the home significantly over time. That's what attracts a lot of buyers. But here's where I like to give a little reality check. Renovations almost always cost more than expected, take longer than expected, and uncover things you weren't planning for. I don't say that to scare you. I say it because I want buyers to go into the process with realistic expectations instead of HGTV expectations. Let's talk about some of the hidden costs that don't show up in the listing photos. The obvious expenses are things like flooring, paint, cabinets, and appliances. But then there are permit fees, contractor delays, material shortages, temporary housing if the home isn't livable, and unexpected repairs that are discovered once the work begins. You might open up a wall expecting to find a simple project and suddenly find plumbing issues or electrical work that has to be brought to code. That's why I always encourage buyers to have a healthy renovation budget and a healthy emergency budget. Because if you're spending every dollar just to get to the closing table, a fixer-upper can become stressful very quickly. Now let's switch gears and talk about move-in ready homes. A lot of buyers hear the phrase move-in ready and immediately think expensive. And yes, you're typically paying more up front, but what you're also buying is convenience. You're buying time, you're buying predictability, you're buying the ability to move in, unpack your boxes, and start living your life. For families with busy schedules, demanding jobs, kids in sports, school activities, or just a lot going on, that convenience can be incredibly valuable. Instead of spending weekends managing contractors and making renovation decisions, you're spending weekends actually enjoying your home. And for many buyers, that's worth every penny. A fixer-upper might be a great fit if you have extra cash available after closing, you're comfortable managing projects, you have some flexibility in your timeline, and you're willing to deal with a little uncertainty. It can also make sense if you're handy yourself or have access to trusted contractors. The key is understanding exactly what you're signing up for and making sure the numbers work, not just emotionally, but financially. A move-in ready home is often a better fit if you want a simpler buying experience, if your budget doesn't leave much room for unexpected repairs, or if you're already balancing a busy family and work schedule. There's absolutely nothing wrong with deciding that your time and peace of mind are worth paying for. In fact, for many buyers, it's one of the smartest decisions they make. So how do you know which option is right for you? I always tell buyers to ask themselves 3 questions. Do I have the money for repairs? Do I have the time for repairs? And do I have the patience for repairs? Because even the best renovation projects come with challenges. If you're answering yes to all three, a fixer-upper could be a fantastic opportunity. If you're hesitating on one or more of those questions, a move-in ready might be a better fit. And that's honestly okay. There isn't a right answer that works for everyone. There's only what's right for you. The truth is, I've helped buyers successfully purchase both fixer-uppers and move-in ready homes, and every situation is different. The best choice depends on your finances, your goals, your timeline, and your lifestyle. If you're thinking about buying a home anywhere around Central Alabama and you're trying to decide which route makes sense for you, comment buyer below or reach out through the link in my description. I'd be happy to help you build a strategy and avoid some of the costly mistakes that buyers make when they're weighing those options. If this was helpful, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you're buying or selling anywhere around Central Alabama, I'm Kristen with 3 of a Kind Realty Group at Keller Williams Metro South, and I'd love to help.